Watt. How old is he now? I mean, Jadeveon Clowney, number one overall draft pick. He's got some miles on those feet. When is this defense actually going to produce? Is this the year? It's so hard with the competition in the division, though. I have a hard time getting sold on the Texans as they age, despite the talent of the user.
Yeah,
I
me and Nigel can probably agree about the
yeah.
Texans D line that it's no fun going up against them. J.J. Watt and Clowney will solo stuff Fournette and my whole O line by himself.
Yeah.
Titans
That's-
has run into that problem.
Yeah, and he has a really underrated linebacker core. For people who haven't looked at the roster or played against this team, they probably might not know. It might get outshined by J.J. Watt and Jadeveon Clowney on that line, but his linebacker core is really up as one of the top linebacker cores. So if you happen to get past that D line, you have to worry about those linebackers coming through, and adding a veteran linebacker as he did from Chicago, it just enhances that. So
Okay.
man, it's tough. That defense is tough.
Now,
I got a game against them later today.
okay.
Gotta
So
worry about those guys.
now, you guys are the two playoff representatives from the AFC South last season. What, being that this is the most difficult division, what kind of things do you have to focus on to be better, given that you have this much, it's a consistent opponent. You play them all the time. What do you do to switch it up but still stay true to what led you to the playoffs last season?
I think I think it's hard, especially when you have good users in your division, because you guys see each other so often, and anything that you do, especially when you play a good user, they start to pick it up, and they know your tendencies, they know your habits, so it's really hard to get one over on that type of user. With Los, I know he changed it up in a major way when he went out and kind of changed his offense and drafted a young quarterback, picking up a rookie, not a rookie superstar receiver, as well as picking up an all-star receiver in Odell. So instead of focusing in on Fournette and not really having to worry about the pass, Odell can take off the top now. So you stuff that box, you have to worry about Odell taking off that top. And if you leave him one-on-one coverage, 90% of the time you're gonna get lost and gonna be so it's
Yeah.
that it's hard to cover both of those aspects on defense.
Now, do you feel
Yeah,
like
I would say
your front seven? I know you've acquired some pieces. It's probably one of the best front sevens in the league right now. Do you think that can make up for the lack of possible explosiveness you have on offense? Do you think that can bridge the gap between you and Carlos's teams on paper? Not so much, user skill, everything. The games happen for a reason. Crazy shit goes down, but do you think that would compensate enough for the explosiveness that Carlos has now?
It's that's give or take. I feel like defense well timed. I think that adding that linebacker, which we didn't have the experience in linebacker we had last year, was really a flaw in our defense. Adding that on defense this year can definitely help us, but obviously didn't prove to be that great, because we played them two times. We lost both times. But as you said, I think our main key is not the defense; it's the offense. Carlos knows my offense, and it's not that hard. If you've been a consistent user, you know my offense. It's a run, smash mouth offense. We're gonna run the ball. When we put the ball in the air, we're pretty much gonna throw an interception or incomplete pass. So I would say not the defense. It needs to come on offense for us to change. Just being more versatile with play calling and getting into a flow of Marcus Mariota and our receivers.
Okay. Now, Carlos.
And just another, sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you.
No, you're all
Just
right.
another little shout out to the Jags and a little, fuck you. But he also talking about front sevens. He injured my two starting defensive ends for
Oh,
6 weeks.
Jerome
Both of
Casey.
them. Oh no, it's actually a rookie
Okay.
DN we drafted named Long Millie.
Oh, that
And
second
a
round steal.
second year. Yeah, and then a second round DN that we got from the Bengals in the first season, Jordan Willis,
Okay.
both out 6 weeks
Mm.
due to the Jaguars.
You're welcome.
Now, Carlos,
You're welcome, he said.
you're sitting at the number one spot in the number one division, in most people's opinion. Um, what's your team's goal right now? You're obviously gunning for that wild card bye, 1-2 seed playoff. What does your team have to accomplish to get to that point?
I mean, I know last year we were trying to run the ball with Fournette. He's the reigning MVP. Last year he helped carry me to the playoffs. Ended up costing me the playoffs with an unfortunate fumble, but that's what our identity is right now. We're trying to we got the rookie quarterback as Hayden said earlier, or Savage said earlier. We added some offensive pieces trying to make my offense more whole. Try not to be one dimensional. In our division, we have a lot of familiarity. I know some of the users might not know that Texans is my brother. We've probably been playing Madden against each other for like 10, 15 years against each other, so we know our tendencies. Titans is another user in our division that we've known. I know his tendencies. He knows mine. We've been playing for a couple of years against each other. Yeah, but it's always competitive. Nobody's really gotten blown out by the other person. We've all gotten losses to each other. I guess that's all.
All right.
Yeah, that's all we're trying to do. Trying to get that first round bye, as Gato said.
So, Nigel, you said you've lost to the Jags twice this season already. Those are your two losses.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're gonna have to go with the Jaguars probably winning this division. But between you and the Texans, I'd still have to give you the nod at the wild card spot. I don't know. If Deshaun Watson has a stellar year and can stay on the field, I could see him vying for that wild card spot. But I just think Derrick Henry, he's been a proven healthy asset for your team. I mean, you didn't really have as many issues with injuries as Fournette did with the Jags in his rookie year. So I mean, I'd have to go with you over the Texans.
Yeah, I think
going
I'd
in
have
for
to
the
agree
Titans
with
right
you
now.
a little bit.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I'd have to agree with you on Jags taking the division just on solely he's beat me twice. I took it over him. We split wins last year. I took the division over him. He came back and smacked me twice and let me know who the division leader is going to be this year. So I got the Jags at division leader. And, you never know with the Texans. You never know with Dizzy. So I'm not going to say I'm going to close them out. I beat them the first time. We just prepare for the second game. Hopefully we get, finish off our division wins.
Chef, you feel similar?
Full prediction for the season.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel similar to you guys. But honestly, looking at all the other divisions, I think 3 teams from this division are going to go to playoffs. Because the biggest competition they're going to have is going to be the AFC, I want to say, AFC North. The East isn't really that great. The North between the Steelers and the Browns and the Ravens. That's the only competition that I think they're going to have, unless someone in my division steps up or if I choke out and someone else steps up. But other than that, I don't see any other teams coming up other than those 3.
Well, let's talk about this AFC East. I don't think maybe you're giving Lunch Tray enough credit. The Jets, I don't know if we have a user for the Jets yet. But the Bills, he's new, inexperienced user to some extent, but he's consistent. I think he's only going to get better as he goes. The Dolphins, I stand correct, he only has 2 wins. I thought he had 3. But he's another guy, I feel like if he can get enough time to really dedicate himself to fine-tuning his offense maybe get a few more defensive strategies going. I mean, he knows what he's doing. So, as a whole, yeah, this division isn't as hard as some other ones, but I think that there's a lot. That's the ceiling's high for this division. I think that a lot of these users haven't even reached their full potential yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
just
definitely see that.
I'm just talking about. I think one team is going to be dominant in the East, and it's probably going to be Mr. Lunch Trey. But other than that, I don't know if any other team is going to pull up higher than Juan or sorry, the Texans or the Titans.
So, do you think that one of the division winner will be possibly like 7-9, 9-7? You're saying like one of those, like
yeah, like
one
lower,
of those.
like lower 9-7, 10-6 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not. In that division, there's still. We don't have a Jets user. Trey's gonna have this freaking He's gonna have this. You should have this division wrapped up. The Bills user, he's still figuring out his team. He's looking like
There's
he's
a
gonna end up with
long way to
one of the a top 5 draft pick right now.
1-6.
But
Yeah,
he's still gonna. He lost some pieces. He's trying to
that team
he's trying to
needs
rebuild
help,
through the
though.
draft. It looks like right now. Yeah, he's trying to rebuild through the draft. He's trying to figure out what his team is good at right now. Trying to develop a plan and then execute his plan by drafting and signing free agents in the offseason.
I think that the Patriots needs to be wary of the Dolphins. I think that 2-4 record isn't vindicative of the talent that he has. We'll just see where that takes him. But yeah,
The Dolphins is definitely improved.
I'm still salty. Still salty about that.
I played against the Dolphins this year. His run game was probably gonna do a lot better, but he ended up losing a Jahi like on his second play from scrimmage. He got lit up, taking out the rest of the game, and you could see like he ran a couple of plays on me, and I was if he had a better running back in there, I probably could have changed the outcome of that game, or at least made it a lot closer than what it ended up being.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely improved.
Yeah. Yeah, we play Dolphins after our bye week this week, so we play them next week, and yeah, we'll definitely not take them lightly going into that game.
Yeah, they got the phenom Casey Avery. The next
Freak.
I'm still salty.
yeah,
Yeah.
be the
Jadeveon Clowney.
next great thing in this league.
So I feel like we're in unanimous decision on what we think
Patriots
is in
definitely
store.
taking that division.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lunch Trey.
He's on a 3-game win streak right now. That's what's according to Madden.
Yeah, 3-game
Kinda-
win streak. He's 1-3 at home though. You got to hold down Foxborough. Foxborough. So
Yeah, I know he had a nasty loss to the Titans week 1, 41-0. I just shot that one out, Trey.
well,
Shots been fired.
let's talk AFC West though. Chargers.
Oh.
We had a user that I thought he was going to be pretty consistent, and he was pretty good, but he had to part ways with us pretty early. It's a team that has talent, but lost with no user at the helm. The Chiefs.
Yes. Up and down.
The Chiefs, they blew me out. I had probably my worst game of Madden ever. Fournette had 5 turnovers. He fumbled the ball 3 times and then tipped away 2 passes that got intercepted, ended up getting returned. That guy, this running back, just blew me up. My guys were not prepared to face that running back. I guess it was in the game plan. We were preparing for Kareem Hunt. We didn't know he was hurt, and the rookie running back surprised us.
Came out of nowhere.
Yep.
So
I know he suffered a loss to the Steelers recently. So I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We haven't seen enough of the Raiders and Chiefs to know who they are. The only person we know in this division
We
is
haven't
Chef.
seen. Yeah, we don't. There's been too many users in and out of this division. I don't think I played the same user twice, honestly.
Well, I just
So-
watched the Raiders Browns game the other day, and I don't know if Derek Carr's hurt right now, but I was highly surprised at the lack of a vertical threat by the Raiders offense in this game. I mean, Marshawn Lynch had a fair outing, but I don't know. When you think Raiders, with the talent that's on that team, you kind of think high voltage